Hello everyone. Uh, so whenever you're watching this video, to that point, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So you take it whenever you're watching it. Welcome back to the GST Park. In this GST Park, we are going to discuss about the next important RTP that was September 2024 RTP. So uh, the time being, I'll just share the screen here. People, you already know about the surprise. I will repeat the surprise at the end of this video. Okay. Mm, yes. Next RTP, the RTP number 2, that is September 2024 RTP. So in last class, we discussed about last video, we discussed about the RTP 2024 May. This is September. So taxation, section A, income tax. हमें income tax नहीं चाहिए. We directly go to this one, that is section B, Goods and Service Tax Act. So the second 50 marks related Goods and Service Tax Act. So that is here. The provisions of CGST Act 2017, IGST Act 2017 as amended by the Finance Act 2023, including the significant notifications and the circular. Significant, only significant notifications are included, issued, and other legislative amendments made which have become effective up to 29th February 2024 and applicable for September 2024 examination. That is nothing but which are applicable for September 2024 examination. But don't worry, even for 2025 examination ke liye, what are the amendments which are applicable? Same amendment which was applicable for September also. So that we are going to discuss now. And wherever changes are applicable, that I will tell you. The subject matter of June 2023 edition of the study material of the Goods and Service Tax is based on the provisions of the CGST Act and IGST Act as amended by the notification and circular issued up to 30th 4 2023. So the amendments made wide relevant Finance Act which have become effective 30th 4 and significant notifications and circular issued up to 30th 4 2023 have been incorporated in the study material. That means up to 2020 30th 4 2023 tak whatever the changes has happened, that has been added in the study material. Further, after that, anything which has changed, okay, that basically till September tak whatever which has changed, no, so that circulars are given, that amendments are given in your amendments may. So see that and make the changes wherever applicable. So that is given in this entire paragraph. But those who have studied in GST Park, you don't have to worry. When we have studied that in our classroom discussion, whenever we have studied it, we have made it clear that these are the amendments which are applicable to our examination. So there, wherever note the amendments were there, I am sure that you should have written that in a green pen. Correct? Those who were in my classroom, you know that we used to write amendments in the green pen. Don't worry. The amendments lectures are already uploaded to GST Park. So watch it there. And if you get some doubt, my phone number that you already have. So you can, my phone number is 7760566033. So if anything extra is required, so you just let me know. If possible, I'll put it on YouTube. YouTube mein available. Okay, now we will go to the questions. Questions mein first one, that is case scenario. Based on that case scenario, you have to answer what? You have to answer the multiple choice questions. Easy multiple choice questions will be asked. Okay. So XYZ Private Limited is a mid-sized company. Company. Remember that? It is a company. First one, first point that we need to know is it's a company. Don't forget this. Chalo. I understood, sir. Next. Registered in Delhi, dealing in the manufacturing distribution of electronic goods in India. So it is the supplier of goods. Registered in Delhi. Registered in Delhi. Thirdly, it is the supplier of supplier of goods. These are the three things that you need to know before you attend any question. Okay, continue. The company has been operating for over a decade and has robust supply chain network. Okay, बहुत बढ़िया sir. Across the country, the company needs to ensure compliance with the various GST regulations related to the returns filing. This question is from basically returns filing. Registration. Okay, registration question is also related. Payment of taxes. Related to that also. The company is exploring to expand its sales channel in India through distributors in each case states. In the view of these, the company has undertaken the following activities in the month of June. Okay, please do write that it is in the month of June. So we are discussing something related to the month of June. Chalo, super. It organized a distributor conclave in Udaipur, Rajasthan, where the distributors from Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh participated in the conclave held in Rajasthan. The total cost of the hotel accommodation was 25 lakhs, which was paid by the Delhi office to the hotel located in Rajasthan. So point number 1 says that it is the distributors conclave which is done by that company. So the company which is there in the question, no, it has organized a distributors conclave. To that distributor conclave, many distributors from Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, they have participated. That conclave is done in one hotel. To that hotel, 25 lakhs is paid by the company. So this is maybe place of supply chapter. This hotel ke liye they have paid 25 lakhs. We'll come to this point. See, or else what you can do is the best idea that you can follow is first to see the question, multiple choice question. Later, you will get to know that which are the areas from which they have asked the question. You show that first reading the case study, later reading the questions and coming back to the case study and reading it again, not required. First, we will read the question. Okay. So the question number 1, on the basis of the fact given above, choose the most appropriate answer to question 1 to question number 5. Which of the following statement is correct under the GST law in relation to the hotel accommodation? In relation to hotel accommodation, which is the correct one? So what has happened here? There is a hotel. Now, that company, what is the name of the company? XYZ Private Limited. So this XYZ Private Limited made a conclave in Udaipur, Rajasthan. Okay. The hotel shall charge CGST, SGST in the invoice issued to the company. Okay, now company is from Rajasthan. Remember, sorry. Company is from Delhi. Company is from Delhi, XYZ, and they came to Rajasthan, and there is one hotel. Correct? Rajasthan mein there is a hotel. In that hotel, what is done? Conclave is done. Now this XYZ will pay that 25 lakhs to hotel. Now CGST, SGST or IGST? People, you make a mistake by stating that it is IGST, but I tell you it is not IGST, it is CGST, SGST. Can you tell me why? Because the supplier here, see what is the supply which was there in the question? Hotel accommodation. Who gave hotel accommodation services? That hotel. Hotel gave accommodation services to XYZ. People, it is not XYZ giving services to hotel. Hotel gave their this area for conclave to XYZ. So hotel gave it to XYZ. The supplier is in Rajasthan. Place of supply. Remember place of supply? Section number 12, subsection 3. In case of hotel accommodation, immovable property, where the immovable property is located, that place will be the place of supply. That is also there in Rajasthan. Hotel was there in Rajasthan. Supplier is from Rajasthan. CGST, SGST. So A is the right answer. So option B, IGST, wrong. Option C, hotel shall issue the bill of supply. Why? Bill of supply is issued only in case of non-taxable supplies or supply by unregistered person. Here both are registered person. Hotel shall charge CGST, SGST to the extent of the charges are related to the participants of Rajasthan, and IGST to the extent charges are irrelevant one. That means to that hotel who came from Rajasthan, for them CGST, SGST. Who came from outside Rajasthan, to them IGST. No, Anchattu, Undattu, wrong undu. So it is CGST, SGST to any, see, given by hotel to XYZ. No, the service is given to XYZ. That's why it is CGST, SGST. Because supplier of hotel, that is also in Rajasthan, and the place of supply, that is also in Rajasthan as per section number 12, subsection 3. What shall be the place of supply in relation to the gift items purchased by XYZ Private Limited? Okay, so something, a place of supply of gift items. First, we'll see the question. Company purchase certain gift items for distribution to the participants in the conclave. So XYZ company, those who came to the conclave, for them they gave some gift. That gift they have purchased. The gift items were purchased from the vendor located in Ludhiana, Punjab. So if I am that XYZ company, I went to Rajasthan for to arrange one conclave for my distributor. For them, I purchased some gift items from Punjab, and I am selling it to, not selling it, giving free of cost to them, and were delivered to the hotel in Udaipur, Rajasthan for distribution to the participants of the conclave. The cost of such gift item is 25 lakhs. However, the value of the individual gift item was restricted to 75,000. Now the question is, what is the place of supply? Now, what will be the place of supply for that gift item? We will see the options. Okay, what are the options available? Rajasthan, in a sense, the location where the goods were received. Delhi, in a sense, the principal place of the business of the company. Punjab, in a sense, the location from where the goods were dispatched. So this is absolutely not the answer. That is not the place of supply. Goods, it is section number 10, subsection 1, clause B, bill to ship to model. See, now XYZ, their registered place is in Delhi. They came to Rajasthan. Now this guy, Punjab, he gave bill to XYZ Delhi and sent the goods to Rajasthan. So this is bill to ship to model. In that case, section number 10, subsection 1, clause B of IGST Act, place of supply. IGST Act, which says, in case of goods are transferred on the basis of. So bill to ship to model में, bill to ship to model में, where the amount, the goods were transported to one place and billed to another place. If the goods were delivered on the direction of the third party to some other places, the place of supply shall be the place of third party. So that's why the place of supply is Delhi. Option B is the right answer. Okay, I hope you understood this. Question number 3. Which of the following statement is true in relation to the gift items and the insurance policy purchased by the company? Okay, again the gift items. We have discussed about gift items. The company is not eligible to avail the input tax credit. Is it true or false? Absolutely right. See, when I am giving something as free of cost, I cannot take ITC. What if I take ITC? If I take ITC as per section number 7, subsection 1, clause E, schedule number 1, paragraph number 1, permanent transfer or disposal of the asset on which ITC is availed. If I have already availed the ITC, then I am supposed to treat that free as supply. So will I get the ITC? No. Again, people, here, if I purchase something for giving it for free to someone else, I purchase something to give it free to someone else. If my intention is not selling this and giving it free, if my intention is not selling but giving it for free, then I cannot take ITC on this. Inward supplies mein I cannot take ITC. That is given in section number 17, subsection 5, blocked credit. What if I take ITC? What if, sir, what happens if I take ITC? Then giving free, no, this will not be considered as supply. I mean, this will not be considered as free. This is supply, deemed to be supply. This will be deemed to be supply given in section number 7, subsection 1, clause C, schedule number 1, paragraph number 1. Or deemed supply. If you don't remember the sections, no worries, deemed supply. Clear? So that's why option A is the answer. But read what is option B. The company is eligible to avail the input tax credit related to the gifts valuing less than 50,000. No. That is in case of employees. Gone. The company is eligible to avail the input tax credit only on the insurance policy as the same is provided to the employees, in essence related persons of the company. Gone. No. There is no restrictions in availment of. No, there is restriction. So the right answer is option A. Which of the following statement is correct in relation to the issuance of e-way bill for the transportation of the goods between the factory and warehouse in non-motorized cart? Remember, e-way bill in case of non-motorized cart, is it required to take e-way bill? No. Non-motorized cart mein it is not mandated to take the e-way bill. So option e-way bill is required to be issued. Is it? No. E-way bill is not required to be issued. Option B, e-way bill is not required to be issued in the given case, irrespective of the consignment value. True. E-way bill is required to be issued for the goods of the consignment value above 50,000. Wrong. Non-motorized case may, even if above 50,000, not required. Above 1 lakh, we have not studied at all. Wrong one. So the right answer is option B. Which of the following statement is most appropriate in relation to the new warehouse taken on rent by the company? Now, if you take new warehouse on rent by the company, what is the importance? People, I had told you, if you remember, that in one state, example, in one state, you are having many warehouse or many branches. Even warehouse, people keep, please uh, declare all the places as your place of business. One is principal place and all other should be additional place of business. Other warehouses or anywhere the goods laying, no, that place should be considered as additional place of business. So if you don't mention this as additional place of business, what will happen? They will confiscate your goods. Later you may need to pay the extra tax and release that goods. So separate GST registration is not required mandatorily. Is it? Separate GST registration. Which of the following statement is most appropriate in relation to the new warehouse taken on rent by the company? Okay, separate registration is not required. Okay, separate GST registration is required mandatorily. No. Separate GST registration is not required. GST registration is required as casual taxable person for the. Hey, what is casual taxable person? You go to some other state and you start doing the business where you don't have any permanent place of business or you don't have any kind of residence, then you will become CTP. Wrong it is. Separate GST registration is required once the rent is more than 20 lakh per annum. No, 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 no. So separate GST registration is not required mandatorily. True. Separate GST registration is not required mandatorily. This is the correct one. I'll give you 2 minutes. See that. See all these points again. 2 minutes means 2 minutes. Hilna mat, 2 minutes. I'm so sorry. You can pause it now. Pause. You can pause that. Okay. Pause and analyze again. We'll go to question number 6. I thought that live class is going on. Okay. Recordings notice. Huh. The Craft Model Limited, a registered dealer in Patna, Bihar, is engaged in the various types of supplies. It is not engaged in renting of cars business. It is not engaged in renting of car business. The company provided the following details for the month of January. Bihar, goods, and for the month of January. Okay, keep this in mind. The person is in Bihar. The first point is registration is in Bihar. Why it is required? If it is purchased from some other places, then it is IGST. Sold to other places, IGST. Otherwise, CGST, SGST. Correct. Bihar. And seller of goods. Third one is very important one for the month of Jan. So these are the important points which you need to note, and later each and every question please see any effects are there because of these things. Chalo. First one, the Craft Model Limited, the point number 1, outward supply of the goods made during the month to various non-related persons as given in the particular column, in the state of Bihar to other states. So market value is 3 lakh, transaction value is 4 lakhs. Which one you will take, 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs? Is the question now. 3 lakh or 4 lakh? So if you think properly, always transaction value, don't take market value. Why? What is transaction value? Or section number 15, if you remember section number 15, as per section number 15, subsection 1. So it is transaction value will be considered as value of supply. What is transaction value? Price paid or payable. Paid or payable. Correct. Price paid or payable will become transaction value. So here it is 4 lakhs, here it is 6 lakhs. Fastly shall we do the format? Fast. We'll do the format. First point is that of for these kind of questions, first calculate computation of OTL. Please do write in full form, output tax liability, serial number, particulars, and then write note number, note, and write value, IGST, CGST, and SGST. Value, IGST, CGST, SGST. First serial number 1. First point, serial number 1. What is the first serial number? Outward intrastate supplies. Intrastate supply. What is intrastate supply? Note number 1. So here you have to write section number 15 ke hisab se, section number 15 subsection 1, transaction value will be considered as value of supply. So the value will be 4 lakhs. 4 lakhs is the value, and we missed one point here. I always tell my students that first you have to check the last point. What is the tax rate? What will be the tax rate? That you have to check first. See, first, please read the last point. All amounts given above are exclusive of taxes, excluding taxes. During the course of arranging and filing the documents, The accountant of the Craft Model Limited observed that an invoice for 30,000 excluding tax dated 2nd December 2023 was omitted to be recorded in the books of accounts and no payment was made against the same till the end of January 2024. This invoice was issued by Mr. Rahu Ketu of Patna, from whom the Craft Model Limited had taken cars on rental basis. Invoice include cost of fuel also. Anyways, we'll come to that point. Regarding the pledging of shares, the face value of the share is 5 lakhs. The market value of the share is 8 lakhs. Wait. So what is that in that we will see. And car rental services के लिए CGST, SGST, IGST, transportation of passengers by air के लिए 2.5, 2.55 and all other inward and outward supplies के लिए 9%, 9%, 18%. So better for these goods, we will take 9%, 9%, 18%. So goods related nothing was there in point number A, B, C. Correct. D may it is there. No opening balance of ITC. Very good. Opening balance of ITC is not there. Subject to the information given above, conditions necessary for claiming ITC were complied with. So you don't have to worry about this point. So this point may GST. So we will take 9% here. 9% of 4 lakhs. 4 lakhs into 9% is 36,000. CGST, SGST or IGST, as it is intrastate, CGST, SGST dash 36,000 and 36,000. 36,000 and 36,000. Point number 2, that is interstate supply. Interstate supply, point number 2, value is how much? I forgot. The value is okay, not here. 6 lakhs. The value is 6 lakhs. Fast. 6 lakhs is the value. And IGST it is 6 lakh multiplied by 18%. It is 1,08,000. Dash, dash. Third point. Okay, next one. The company pledged its 5% equity shares to the merchant broker for the purpose of proposed initial public offer. Now the question is, sir, pledging of the shares will amount to, will it amount to the service, sir? No. Remember, pledging of shares, equity shares, company pledged its 5% equity shares to the merchant banker for the purpose of proposed initial public offer. This is not the supply. Where is the consideration? Consideration is not there. Zero, no. Is there any consideration given in the next page? No. Okay, so it is not the, there is no consideration. That's why there is no supply. There is no supply here. Next one. Stock transfer of goods worth 58,000 without consideration. So there was no consideration to its branch at Gaya, Bihar. Okay. Branch has been declared as an additional place of business in its registration certificate. So if you see here, I told you, both are in Bihar. Main is also in Bihar and their branch. That branch is also in Bihar. If you remember, from Bihar to Bihar, one branch to another branch, where there is only one registration. Sir, how you got to know that there is only one registration? Because it is given in the question that Bihar to Bihar, where under one registration, additional place of business के नाम से लिखा हुआ है, sir. So that's why it is not deemed distinct person. If you remember section number 25, subsection 4, if there are two multiple registrations for one under one pen, if there are two registrations, then it will be considered as deemed distinct person. So goods transferred from one branch to another branch is supply, even though without consideration. But here it is not with the consideration at the same time. It is the same branches of one under one pen. There is one registration. For that one registration, two branches are there. It is not separate registrations. For one registration, two branch, not two registrations for two different branch. So that's why it is not the supply. Again, about this, you don't have to worry. Okay, sir. Next one. But people, please do write the note. So you have to write note for the second point also, for this also. So they are not DDP. That's why you don't have to pay the GST on that. Next one. Intrastate inward supply of various services for the use in the course or furtherance of the business. Inward supply. As it is inward supply, for the time being, I'll ignore. Inward, no. We will take this in ITC calculation. Okay, done. Outward supply of services of milling of paddy into rice, intrastate. Now the question is, paddy. So paddy to rice, paddy into rice, whether it is taxable or not is the question now. Remember in exemption chapter, we have discussed that if you remember the agricultural may. So agricultural point may we have discussed that key. Any agricultural activity, cultivation, milling, all these things are not milling, sorry, cultivation, pruning, cutting, drying, sun fumigation, sun drying, fumigation, all these things related to the agricultural activity is exempt. In case of rice, sir, loading, unloading, warehousing, storage, packing, all things related to the rice is exempt. Cultivation of rice is exempt. Paddy, cultivation of paddy is exempt. Loading, unloading, warehousing, storage, anything related to the rice is exempt, but the services of converting from paddy to rice, that is milling, is not exempt, that is taxable. Remember, this is taxable. So that outward supply of service of milling of paddy into rice is taxable. Sorry. Milling from paddy to rice is taxable. So outward supply of services of milling of paddy into rice is taxable here. I hope this is clear. So that's why, what is the tax rate, sir, on services? 2.5, 2.5. Correct? No. Car rental, transportation, all other inward and outward supplies is 9%. So car rental and transportation ke liye matra it is 2.5, 2.5, but all other supplies it is 9%. So we'll take 9% to this also. So here 9% milling activity. Milling activity in note number 3. So actually it is not note number 3, it is note number 4 or 5. Why? Because for this you have to write the note. No. For this point you have to write the note. For point number 3 you have to write a note, and for point number 2 you have to write the note. For point number 2 you need to write the note. So that's why actually it is point number 4, but that's okay. 4, no, 5 it should be. That's okay. What is the amount? Amount is here 2 lakhs. Milling of paddy, it is 2 lakhs. See, the value is 2 lakhs on that 9%. Now the point is CGST, SGST or IGST. Again read outward supply which is intrastate. So that means CGST and SGST dash CGST 2 lakhs into 9% 18,000 CGST and 18,000 SGST. 18,000 CGST and 18,000 SGST. Okay, उसके बाद point number 4. Here, outward supply of services of giving truck on hire to a governmental authority which is intrastate. Remember that passenger transportation ke liye if you give something that is exempt. Passengers, if you give anything to the state undertaking for transportation of persons and passengers, that was exempt. But here it is truck given. That's why it is not exempt. It is taxable. This 1,50,000 is taxable. Please do write that. A hire of truck. 1 second. Yeah. Hiring of truck. So sorry. Hiring of truck, it is taxable or not? Yes, it is taxable. Truck given to state undertaking for transportation of persons, it is taxable. Sorry, exempt. But hiring of truck is taxable. So that 1,50,000 hiring of truck, HIRING, hiring of truck. Point number 4, 1,50,000, it is taxable. CGST or SGST? CGST, SGST or IGST, sir? It is intrastate. That's why CGST, SGST. So 0 here, 1,50,000 into. Now the point is, people, so once you make a note, no, you have to remember that. See, transportation of passenger by air, car rental, all other. So it comes under all other. That's why 9%, 9%. Don't take 2.5. Truck 9%. So 1,50,000 into 9%, it is 13,500. 13,500 and 13,500. CGST 13,500, SGST 13,500. Okay, next point. Amount paid to IIM Ahmedabad, Gujarat for providing 15 days management training to 10 managers from 10th January. The IIM provided the participation certificates at the end of the training program. So this is amount paid, no? So we will discuss this in ITC. While calculating ITC, we will do this right now. Not required. Purchased air ticket for the employees from Patna to Guwahati, Assam airport in the economy class. The total fare was 1 lakh, out of which basic fare was 80,000. I'll come to this point. Purchased air ticket, no. This is also under ITC and this is also under ITC. We will go to that point. First, we will calculate what is the OTL, total OTL. Can you calculate OTL? 36,000 plus 18,000 plus 13,500. So total it is 67,500. So total amount, total 67,500 and 67,500. Now computation of ITC, input tax credit. So we have to calculate input tax credit. Wait, here it is 1,08,000. Computation of ITC. Let's calculate ITC. Number 1. First point. 1 minute. First one कहाँ गया? Intrastate inward supplies, various services for the use in the course or furtherance of the business. Out of 30 invoices, details of 10 invoices amounting to rupees 2,50,000 were not furnished by the supplier in GSTR1. Again, people, everyone here, I'll just take a note here. Later, I'll rub this. I had told you, remember, there is, see, if this is me, if I have to take in ITC, to take ITC, what should be there? Example, I purchased goods worth 10 lakhs from Mr. A and I paid 1 lakh GST to this guy. Totally, I paid 11 lakhs. From Mr. B, I purchased goods worth 5 lakhs and I paid 50,000 as GST to this guy. totally 5,50,000 I paid it to this guy. So GST 1 lakh and GST 50,000. Totally 1,50,000. This guy, he filed this GSTR 1. But this guy did not show this in GSTR 1. So he failed, but he has shown this. So moment they show that in GSTR 1, it will appear in my 2B. Correct? It will appear. They show this in GSTR 1, that will appear in my 2B. In my 2B, only A's invoice is getting appeared. So this is getting appeared. But B, he has not filed GSTR 1, so it will not appear here. So totally how much ITC I can take? I can take ITC only to the extent of 1 lakh. Though I have paid this 50,000, even though I have paid that 50,000, I can take ITC to the extent of 1 lakh. Ashte. I can take ITC to the extent of 1 lakh, not that 50,000. So I cannot take that 50,000. Okay. Okay. Keeping this in mind, now we'll see what is given here. Inward supply of various services are taken, for which 30 invoices were there. Details of 10 invoices amounting to 2,50,000 were not furnished. That means I cannot take 2,50,000. So 12 lakh minus 2,50,000. That means I can take only to the extent of 9,50,000. I can take ITC for 9,50,000. This service ke liye I can take only 9,50,000. So very simple here. Inward supply of services. For that, please do write the note. You just write that those invoices not furnished by the supplier in his GSTR 1 is not getting reflected in 2B. If it is not reflected in 2B, ITC cannot be availed as per section number 16, subsection 2. Yes. So the value is 9,50,000. How you arrive this 9,50,000? That also you put 9,50,000 into 9%, 85,500, 85,500 and 85,500. Ashte. Next one. Amount paid to IIM Ahmedabad, Gujarat for providing 15 days management training to the managers. So we have taken training to our managers. So we can take ITC, sir. Obviously, yes, I can take ITC. But the problem is the supplier is from Gujarat and we are in Bihar. Correct? No, we are in Bihar. The supplier is from Gujarat. Gujarat to Bihar, IGST is applicable. Sir, how IGST? Because the supplier is in Gujarat, recipient is in place of supply. Place of supply is Bihar, no. Why place of supply is Bihar? Training and performance appraisal services, section number 12, subsection 5. Section number 12, subsection 5. As per IGST, place of supply chapter. If the training and appraisal services are given, if the person is registered, registered place shall be the place of supply. So here, XYZ is registered in Bihar and the supplier of training services is in Gujarat. Gujarat to Bihar, the place of supply is Bihar. Clear? So that IGST is applicable, 5 lakh into 18% IGST. Wait. I just rub all these things so that we can put the new lines, rules, ruler. We can use the ruler. Chalo. Now, see, point number 2, second one. Oh, sorry, I have to write this now. Training services. As it is from Ahmedabad, what is the value? I forgot. 5 lakhs. It is 5 lakhs. So, directly IGST. 5 lakhs wala IGST. 5 lakhs into 18%. 90,000 IGST. Uh-oh. Yeah. 90,000 IGST, CGST, SGST nil. Third one. Next ITC is air ticket purchased for employees. So air ticket from Patna to so and so. Remember, transportation of passengers by air terminating an airport located in Assam is exempt. You know this in economy class. You remember Mami and me going to Tripura and Nagaland with the bus. Okay, those who don't know this, people remember that we discussed Mami and me going to Tripura and Nagaland with BAAS. What is this Ma? Manipur. Me, Mizoram. Me, Meghalaya. Tripura, Nagaland, Bagdogra in West Bengal, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim. Going to and coming from Assam is exempt. There is no GST on that. So we cannot claim ITC. There was no GST on that. There was no GST on that. So that's why there is no ITC. So here we just have to write that point number 3, air ticket के लिए point number 7, nil, 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 nil. You will not get the ITC. ITC is not available. Please write that coming from and going to Assam in economy class. People not in business class. If it was business class, ITC tax was there. Here it is economic class. Economy class. So that's why tax is not there. What's the time? 5:05. Huh. Point number 4, fourth one. Okay. एयर टिकट हुआ, उसके बाद क्या था यहाँ? परचेज ऑफ एयर टिकट हुआ ना? In the course of arranging and filing the documents, the accountant of the craft model observed that an invoice of 30,000. Okay, wait. I'll come to this point. Any other points which are there here? Did we miss anything? Car rental services. Where is car rental services? You understood my question? Wait. No. One second. I was searching for, say, when I was reading the question, I knew that I had read this somewhere. So here, see, during the course of arranging and filing the documents, the accountant of the craft model observed that an invoice for 30,000, excluding the tax, dated 2nd December 2023 was omitted to be recorded in the books of accounts, and no payment was made against the same till the end of January 2024. This invoice was issued by this Rahu Ketu of Patna, from whom Craft Model Limited had taken cars on rental basis, invoice included, cost of fuel also. But can you see that it is in 2nd December? We are doing it for the month of January. December May, it would have already included. In December, I have taken the ITC already. ITC which is already taken, Baba, which is done. So this time, I'm just paying it. I did not pay, but I just paid it after December. In January, I paid it. That's all. So that's why there is no extra proper treatment is required in this. I don't think any proper requirement is treatment is required, because see, December May, when he had given the car on rent, that guy would have already put it in GSTR 1, and that would have already reflected in my 2B in December. Therefore, December, I have already cleared it off. Right now, this is January. January May, I'm just paying that amount to that person. So I don't think any arrangement is required for this. Any kind of treatment is required. So we are actually done with ITC related things. Let's put everything here. ITC related, everything is done. Now total ITC is 90,000 here. Okay, 90,000, 85,500 and 85,500. So the total 85,500, 85,500 and 90,000. So we are done with ITC calculation and computation of OTL. Now the next one, calculation of GST payable in cash. Calculation of GST payable in cash. See, very simple point it is. People don't have to worry. You have already calculated everything. IGST, CGST, SGST, particulars, opening balance. Was there any opening balance? No, 0, 0, 0, because it was given in the question. If you had observed this, it was given in the question. No balance was there in the beginning. No opening balances were there. Now directly write OTL. Add output tax liability. How much is output tax liability here? 1,08,000, 67,500, 67,500. 1,08,000, 67,500 and 67,500. So total payable amount is 1,08,000, 67,500 and 67,500. Total amount. Less first IGST ITC. You just observe that IGST ITC available is 90,000 and 85,500, 85,500 is there. First less IGST ITC, which is 80,000, no, 90,000, which is 90,000 dash dash. So completely I am utilizing that. So 18,000 is still there, and 67,500 here, 67,500 here, less CGST ITC. CGST ITC, how much is there? 85,500. First utilize it towards this one, 67,500. So 85,500 minus 67,500. If you do that, 18,000 is there. So that 18,000 utilize this here. Now 0, 0, 67,500 less SGST ITC 0, 0, 67,500. Because how much is there? 85,500 is there. No, correct. 85,500 is there. In that 67,500 you have to utilize. So the balance will be 0, 0, 0. That is payable in cash. The amount payable in cash is 0. But there is one point. What is that point? You have to, how much is taken forward? ITC ledger balance. What will be ITC ledger balance? Very simple. ITC ledger balance is only there in SGST balance. Opening is 0. OTL is 67,500 minus ITC, that is 85,500. So that 18,000 will be carried forward. Correct, no? 85,500 minus 67,500 is equal to 18,000. Yeah, that 18,000 will be carried forward. I might have taken more time while solving this in front of you. I might have taken more time, but I say that this is not that difficult one. People, this is not that difficult one. So while explaining, I may take extra time, but if you are thorough enough with the concepts and the revisions that we used to do in the classroom, if your concept is very clear, then these kind of questions will take hardly 25 minutes. 20-25 minutes may you can definitely finish this off. So that's about our big question. Briefly examine the taxable value of supply in the following independent cases. So you have to calculate what is the taxable value of supply in independent cases. Okay, case number 1, first one. G1 Limited, registered under GST, provided services amounting to 10 lakh to a governmental authority by way of Sanitation Conservancy. I think we have discussed about this, correct? No? Sanitation in the last RTP 2024, previous RTP series 1, first video. There we have discussed this is exempt. People, this is exempt. So services provided to a government authority by way of the Sanitation Conservancy is exempt under GST. Thus, 10 lakhs is exempt. Ashte. Raju Transporter, a registered goods and GTA. GTA provided services of transportation of goods to Kukreja and Kukreja Company, an unregistered partnership firm. Remember, in RCM chapter, reverse charge mechanism, we had discussed that if GTA, glass government, GTA is giving services to transporter. If GTA is giving services to the specified person, who are specified person? Remember, B, F, S, C, O, O, P, R. B for body corporate, F for factories registered under Factories Act, S for societies registered under Societies Act, C for cooperative society, COO, and one more C is CTP. P for partnership firm, whether registered or unregistered. Then RCM is applicable. That's why under RCM, who has to pay now? Kukreja and Kukreja Company, they have to pay. Services provided by a GTA to an unregistered person, including unregistered casual taxable person other than partnership firm, whether registered or not, under any law, including association of persons, is exempt under GST. Hence, consideration of 8,000 paid Kukreja and Kukreja is taxable under GST. It is taxable under GST, and that is RCM, reverse charge mein. Okay. So if they are registered or not, that is payable under reverse charge. Reverse charge mein payable it is. It is not exempt. It is taxable. Basically, reverse charge mein. Okay. So this is RCM wala question. RCM. Next one, Amardeep Hospital provided services in neonatal intensive care for 2 days, for which 15,000 this is exempt. Remember that ICCU, ICCU, NICU, all these services given by the clinical establishment is actually exempt. Okay, so this is exempt. This question is basically from exemption chapter. You have to write that services provided by clinical establishment by way of providing room services having room charges exceeding 5,000 is taxable except in case of CCU, ICU, NICU, ICCU, like this. So this is actually NICU, neonatal. NICU, NICU, care unit it is. So that is exempt, completely exempt. Next one, Ranmu Limited, a registered entity under GST, has demerged its operations with effect from 31st October 2023. The registration of Ranmu Limited has been cancelled suo motu by the proper officer. The order of cancellation of registration was passed on 4th November, 31st October and 4th November, and was served on 7th November. Okay, what is the question now? Ranmu Limited wishes to apply for revocation of cancellation of registration on 4th February. February. Okay, wait. 4th November, December, January, February. Basically, you remember that 30 days has been increased to 90 days. Amendment it was from 30 days, within 90 days that person can revoke for the registration. But the problem is after 90 days it cannot be. He cannot recover after 90 days. But basically here 7th November, 7th December, 7th January, 7th February. Okay, he has time actually. He has actually time so that he has revoked. He can apply. So my answer is yes, he can apply. You are required to examine the technical veracity of the advice given by the tax consultant. So what tax consultant says? The tax consultant of Ranmo Limited advised the application for revocation of cancellation of registration is time barred. No, it is not time barred. Is it time barred? See, if your registration has been cancelled by the proper officer on his own motion, then you can apply for revocation of cancellation. Okay, see, it's the application for revocation of cancellation of registration. In that prescribed form, no, you have to give this within 90 days. See, that period, can it be extended? Yes, not below the rank of additional commissioner or joint commissioner. Not below the rank of additional or joint commissioner, he can revoke within 180 days. In the given case, what has happened? This Ranmo Limited can apply for revocation of cancellation within 90 days. So within 90 days from 7th November 2023. Thus, the application submitted for revocation of cancellation of registration is valid. Why? Because it is within 90 days. No, within 90 days, so that I say it is valid one. So what are the things that you have to cover in this answer? Answer, when you write the answer, no, you have to cover first one on suo motu registration. If it was cancelled, then within 90 days from order of cancellation, it can be revoked. Within 90 days from the date of order of cancellation, it can be revoked. Okay, sir. If this can be revoked within 90 days from the date of order of cancellation, in our case, what has happened? From 4th February, from 7th of November. Correct? No. Yeah. From the date of issue of notice, from 7th of November till 4th of February, 90 days not got over. 90 days it is not time barred, so it can be applied. So you can write that plus 90 days with uske saath. Please do write that, the third one. not just 90 days from the order of cancellation, 180 days ka specification also you have to do. That 180 days specification is also required, and later finally write that it is not time barred, it can be applied. Can it be applied? Last but one question, Mr. X, a registered person under GST, has aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year amounting to rupees 8 crore. 8 crore. He desires to know whether e-invoicing is applicable for the supplies made by the registered person to the government department or establishment which are registered solely for the purpose of deduction of the tax. People, yes. Can you recall from where it has come? This question has directly come from your amendments. Amendments se aaya hai ye. Amendments. So we have discussed all these things in amendments video. Please do watch this in amendments video. Especially registration ke bare mein, we have done the amendments, invoice. So invoice amendment that we have done. So you can search that amendment video in the iCard. Okay, so that's, please go there and please do watch it. So this question is directly, so my answer is that yes, it is required. Yes, even though the department is solely registered for the purpose of, if it is solely registered for the purpose of TDS under section 51, still e-invoicing is mandatory. Okay, so still e-invoicing is mandatory. So the government department or establishment, government agencies, local authorities are liable for compulsory registration under section 24. Correct? No, under section 24 they are compulsory required to take the registration. So the registered person whose turnover exceeds the prescribed threshold for the generating e-invoicing, the one who is required to generate the e-invoicing now, is required to issue invoicing for the supplies made to such government also, even if they are registered only for the purpose of section number 51. It is mandatory. Briefly explain the manner of dealing with the difference in ITC available in auto-generated statement containing the details of ITC and that availed in return prescribed in the terms of 88D. People, this is also from amendment. So we have discussed this in amendment. Remember that, see, in auto-generated 2B, so you get ITC which is there in this 2B. Example, 2B mein total ITC that is available to you is 50,000, but you have taken 55,000. This is wrong. ITC available to you is only 50,000, but you have taken 55,000. That 5,000 you have availed extra. No, you have to reverse this. For that, under rule 88D, you will get one notice. Once you get the notice, within 7 days, you have to reply or you have to pay the amount. Either reply or pay the amount. If you don't do this, then there will be penalty. Interest is applicable. So what rule number 88D says, where the amount of ITC availed by the registered person in return for the tax period in form 3B, which is more than the auto-generated which is there in 2B by specified amount or percentage, the said person will get the intimation to his email address. What is the intimation that he gets? So which will direct him to basically pay the amount of that difference or explain the reason within 7 days. So what this registered person has to do, he has to pay the amount or furnish the reply within 7 days. Where the amount specified in the intimation remains to be paid within 7 days period and where no explanation is furnished, payment to madlila, explanation anu kodlila. So in default or where the explanation or reason furnished by such person is not found to be acceptable, then section number 73, 74 is applicable to that person. So either you have to pay or you have to give the reason. If you have not paid, you have not given the reason, then the proper officer shall proceed to 73, 74, that is demand and recovery section. So this is about your RTP, September wala RTP. Okay, everyone, to announce that once again. So we are done with September wala RTP here. Go through the video again and again so that one day before the exam or before going to the exam, this may definitely help you out. Okay, so the revision is already put in the video. Revisional videos I have already put here, and there are some 2-3 extra videos that is specifically asked by the students. Immediately I will put that, and previous year question papers, and 2 more RTPs are pending. And we will see the journals also, students journal extra classes I will take. We will discuss about the student journal, and again the capsules which are given by the ICAI, that also we will see. So that before going to the exam, you should have the confidence that you enter the exam and you take entire 50 marks and come back. Entire 50 marks. So not even one marks lesser than 50. Okay, we have to score entire 50 marks. And once again, I would like to do the announcement in association with Sammiti Academy. Sorry, Sanmati, not Sammiti. Sanmati Academy. So I am going to conduct the classes, that is to those who are appearing for the exam freshly, or to the repeaters also. This will help to the repeaters as well as freshly appearing, those who are appearing for the first time. So to all of you, I am going to conduct the classes, that is GST classes, specifically GST classes. And once the GST classes gets over, immediately I'll go for income tax class also. Income tax. So direct tax and indirect tax, both I will take on Zoom. Those who are interested, please let me know in the comment box. So we will do it. And until then, people study, revise, solve the questions as many as possible, write and solve. Okay. So this is a surprise that you have, and I have given you the surprise for direct tax also. Soon we are going to launch it. I'll tell you whenever the time comes. So soon it is going to happen. Let me know if you are interested or not. Whether you are interested or not, let me know whether you are interested or not in the comment box. So I have to get maximum responses from your side. Hoping for the best, and all the best, guys. We will meet again in the next session with a new video, new RTP, new PYQ. We will solve more, we will practice more, we score more. Hail GST Par. Bye.